Capadona-Schmitz with PR 2020, and welcome to Part 3 of Driven by Content, a 5-part beginner series into content marketing. Now, we've learned about content marketing and the importance of social media, but today we're getting technical with content and SEO. We're here with Keith Mooring, who heads up the SEO efforts here at PR 2020. So Keith, tell us about websites and content marketing.
Well, I think you got to look back at the past first to really kind of set the stage. Way back when, websites used to be very static. You put the information up there, they were done. They were just straight up brochures. Since that time, it's evolved pretty heavily. So where it's now, your website's it's the foundation of everything you're going to do marketing-wise.
Okay.
So it's going to be the place where you're going to drive any sort of advertising traffic back to. It's really the hub of everything.
Okay, so it's going to be the source where you're going to host your content.
Correct.
You share through content marketing.
So the websites have really become the place where you're going to put blog posts, press releases, ebooks, case studies, white papers, any sort of content you're going to develop, including videos, is going to be hosted on or put on your website.
Okay, so if this is a very important source for your content, what do we need to know about your website?
If you're going to use your website as a content marketing device, you need to first and foremost have a content management system.
Okay.
So content management systems, for those who aren't familiar, it gives you the ability to edit the content on your website quickly and easily. So you can add pages, edit pages as simple as you would on a Word doc. You can change around the optimization, so page title, we'll get into that. But it's really the place, gives you the ability to edit your website without the use of a developer.
Now, what are some of the tools for publishing content on your site that you need to have?
The most basic one you're going to need is that blog platform. It's going to give you the ability to publish blog posts without the help of the developer, and tie in social media. So it's going to get the social media like Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn, give you the ability to share it online and interact with your audience. So through comments, they can leave comments, they can choose to put a rating, they can put ratings on there as well.
Okay. And what about a media room or an online newsroom?
Media room, yeah, that's the place you're going to put the information, any sort of company news, any sort of press releases you put out there. Again, that's all content that's going to be optimized and potentially linked to. So any sort of press releases, and then any sort of news coverage that you get. Say, for instance, you're covered on TechCrunch. You're going to include like a quick headline, little bit about the article, and then a link to it. So kind of establish that credibility for your company, and then again ties in with what else is online.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about RSS feeds.
Okay, RSS feeds they're tools that allow you to publish or publicize the fact that you put on new content. So instead of people having to come back and check repeatedly, your RSS feed will tell them and provide them a link to the content you've just published.
And people can subscribe to that?
Correct, yeah. Okay. Through an RSS feed reader, they'll automatically get updates as soon as you publish something.
Okay. Now, you mentioned search engine optimization earlier. Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, search engine optimization is the process of strengthening your website so that it ranks higher on search engines for specific keywords. So there's really two main basic foundations for optimization. There's on-page, which is going through and inserting the keywords throughout your site in the proper locations. Page title, URL, meta descriptions, content, the higher the better. And then...
Okay, and this could be a blog post or a media post.
Right, yeah. This could be any sort of content you're going to optimize. You're going to try to get those keywords in the proper location.
Okay.
The second part and the most important part is the off-page optimization. It's that generating those links back to your website. So, and this is going to account for about 85% of the strength of your website. Because as soon as Google sees a link coming to your site, it's more or less a kind of referral from that site saying that your site is strong and it's relevant and it's useful.
Okay, so how important is it to create content that people want to share and link to?
That's the beauty of content marketing. People love to share good, useful, relevant content. So the more you can put on, the better chances you have of getting links back to your site.
Okay. And how does social media tie into this a little bit?
Social media, as search engines evolve, you're starting to see more and more social media aspects coming into the rankings. So optimization actually now extends outside of the website into your social media profiles, your Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. Again, all of those are getting indexed now. So especially for like hot trends that are happening, Twitter's a good resource for like the most recent stuff that's coming out online.
Okay, so how does content marketing and SEO come together?
The first way it comes together is the more content you have, the more keywords you have. The more you can tell Google and search engines exactly what your content's about. The second part is the more content you have, the more pages you have, which equates to more opportunities to rank. So especially for those longer tail keywords, which kind of, PR firm would be a normal keyword, PR firm in Cleveland, Ohio would be considered a long tail. Okay. So while they may not get a lot of searches, you'll notice a majority of your search engine rankings come from longer tail keywords.
Okay.
So, and then again, like we talked about before, the more content, people love to share it. So the more they share it, the more links that come back to your website. And then the other aspect is search engines love websites that are constantly putting up new, fresh, relevant content. So the more they see you publishing content, the more they're going to come back and index. The more they index, the more potential chances you have to rank. So, and then the final part is the universal searches. If you type in a query, that's what pops up on the main page. But you'll notice on the left-hand side, there's a number of other links over there now. So there's video, discussions, images, blogs, forums. There's links to sort the research results by those specific categories. So the more you can put that type of content up, the more videos you can put up, images, the better chance you have of ranking there, and again, driving traffic back to your website.
So what you're saying, it's important for content to be easily shared, but also easily found.
Exactly,
okay.
Yeah. Because the easier it's found, the more links you have come back, and that's the most important part of optimization, is getting those links back to your website.
Okay, great.
So, and then again, if you're looking for more resources on optimization, a couple really good sites. Webmaster Central's blog, Matt Cutts is the face of Google as far as search engine optimization goes. You want to check him out. Search Engine Land and SEO Moz, again, two outstanding resources. I'm reading, they're publishing stuff every day. David Mim, if you're looking for local optimization, because again, that's a little bit different than your regular optimization. So definitely check out his blog. And then Real SEO, if you're doing any sort of video optimization, you need to read that website.
Now, do you have to be an expert or programmer to be able to implement some of these things in your content marketing strategy?
No, you just need to know how they fit in. You need to know how they fit in with search engine optimization, PR, and content marketing. So if you know exactly where optimization fits into the strategy overall, that's exactly what you need to know. So, and we have a couple good articles on our blog about that, cover that. So you can find it at pr2020.com/blog, or you can follow us on Twitter at pr2020. And I've got my contact information there. You can follow me at Keith Mooring on Twitter.
All right, great. Thanks, Keith.
Sure.
In our next episode, we're going to be talking about brand and who you should turn to tell your story through content marketing.